President-elect Donald J. Trump.
A swift political victory now appearing to pave the way for a legal triumph. NBC News has learned Justice Department officials have been evaluating how to wind down the 2 federal cases they brought against former President Trump before he returns to the White House, according to sources familiar with the discussions.
We overcame obstacles.
A remarkable twist of fate for Mr. Trump, who's been fighting criminal cases across 4 different jurisdictions since last year. In Washington, charges stemming from his efforts to overturn the last election, while in Florida, accusations he hoarded boxes of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. Both federal cases mired in appeals and delays for months, with no trials on the horizon, as Mr. Trump has vowed to fire the top prosecutor in charge, Special Counsel Jack Smith.
I would fire him within 2 seconds.
But Mr. Trump's legal team is now determined to bring a swift end to all criminal prosecutions for good, buoyed by his new status as president-elect.
There's no crime here. Everybody says there's no crime here.
The immediate goal? To indefinitely postpone or do away with his sentencing, currently set for November 26th in New York, where a jury found him guilty of orchestrating a hush money payment to Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. His election interference case in Georgia remains tied up on appeal over alleged ethical issues surrounding the district attorney. What isn't easily dispensed with? Mr. Trump's civil cases, including that massive fraud judgment against his namesake company, brought by New York's Attorney General.
We will continue to stand tall in the face of injustice, revenge, or retribution.
Mr. Trump's allies and supporters could also potentially benefit when he retakes the White House, potentially through a presidential pardon, something he has said he would consider for certain January 6 defendants. Lester.
Okay, Laura, thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.